جمال الوجود بذكر الإله وتصفو الحياة بنور هدى جمال الوجود بذكر الإله وتصفو الحياة بنور هدى وتطلع.
The purpose of human existence, according to Quran, is to connect with Allah and achieve the best mental, physical and social existences. However, our minds and societies, even the Muslim ones, are today far away from Allah. The next evening, Tasneem attends her aqua aerobic class with her friend Anisa. And while they are exercising in the pool, she tells her all about their possible move away from Southport.
Anissa, I have the best news ever.
Ooh, don't keep me in suspense. Tasneem, what is it?
Zaid got a promotion at work, so we're moving to Rosewood.
Really? Wow. I'm surprised. Zaid had agreed to move? I thought you always said he'd never leave his beloved Southport.
Well, he hasn't yet agreed, but you know me. I'll weigh him down until he does.
I know you will, Tasneem. I've never seen anyone with as much determination as you.
Oh, I'm so excited, Anissa. Your flat is close to Rosewood, so you're going to have to show me around the area, familiarize me with all the shopping and eating places.
Of course. This is just going to be wonderful, having my best friend living so close by.
You mean your only friend? After your divorce and your move away from Southville, I'm the only one who still kept in touch with you, am I right?
True. Anyway, well, you'll have to start looking for a house in Rosewood. And what about the house you're living in right now? Doesn't it belong to your father-in-law?
Of course not. When my mother-in-law passed away last year and we switched over to the big house, Dada Rashid made it clear to Zaid that the house belongs to us now. I think we might have to sell if we are to afford a house in Rosewood.
But what about your father-in-law and Aziza? Will they move in with you?
No way. They'll just have to find a house here in Southville to rent. Anyway, did you see what Farah is up to now?
Fancy Farah? The one we were at campus with? Wow. I haven't heard her name in a while.
Anissa, where are you living? She's all over Instagram with her hijabi Barbie styling. She went for some scarf styling course and now she's showcasing her work on social media. She's even turning into an influencer.
Does she do turbans? I was looking for someone to tie a turban for me for my cousin's wedding.
She does everything and now she's making the styling videos and she has about 1 million followers. You'd better go check out her handle on Instagram.
Since when do you know so much about Instagram, Jazz?
I have a house full of teenagers, Anissa. I have to keep up with the times.
Adolescence is a crucial period for developing social and emotional habits important for mental well-being. These include adopting healthy sleep patterns, exercising regularly, developing coping, problem-solving and interpersonal skills, and learning to manage emotions. Protective and supportive environments in the family, at school and in the wider community are essential for the mental growth and development of an adolescent. Multiple factors can affect mental health in adolescence. The more risk factors adolescents are exposed to, the greater the potential impact on their mental health. Factors that can contribute to stress during adolescence include exposure to adversity, pressure to conform with peers, exploration of identity, and a disturbance or change of environment. Other important determinants include the quality of their home life and relationships with peers. Violence, bullying, harsh parenting, and severe socioeconomic problems are recognized risks to mental health.
Is the most kind, the most merciful. He showed me the light that I'll follow. He gave me the signs and told me to be strong when I was away. He is giving you time so you can make the best of life. And he gives you paradise if you were the one who loves it.
Whilst Tasneem is at her aqua class, her kids are at home, setting the table and getting supper ready. Zaid comes home from work and joins them in the kitchen.
Tess, I'm home.
Mommy's not here. She's gone for her aqua aerobics class.
Assalamu alaikum. Kids, are you sure, Z? I thought her class was in the afternoon.
Mommy said that the instructor moved it to 6 o'clock for the rest of the season. She said we should have supper and she'll see us just before Maghrib.
Come, sit down, Daddy. I've warmed the food already.
Daddy, I'm so glad you're home early. The girls and I wanted to speak to you about the move.
Dayan, nothing's been confirmed yet.
But Mommy said we're definitely going to move.
Your mother really wants to move to the North End, but I haven't told the company yet that I'll be taking the new post.
Daddy, what do you think about moving away from Southville?
I really don't know. I've lived here all my life, and so have my parents. In a way, I suppose moving will be exciting and a fresh start, especially since the branch here has a very limited scope with the work that I do. On the other hand, there is the fear of change and leaving the familiar behind. And also, I have Dada and Aziza to think about.
I don't want to move, Daddy. I have so many friends here. And now that I'm starting high school, all of us will be moving into grade 8 together. I'll have no friends at the new school.
Shoo. Z, don't cry. You are such a warm and outgoing young girl. I'm sure you'll make friends in no time. It will all work out, insha'Allah. What do you think? Sarah, you're very quiet on the subject today.
It's all I've been thinking about since we found out, Daddy. How can I move in my last year of school? I'm writing matric and I'm so used to my teachers. They really think I can get in for maths in university. How will I manage to keep my grades up if I start at a new school where I don't know any of the teachers?
And I'm so settled in my youth class here with Kari Musa. If we move to another area, I'm going to have to start Quran from scratch when I've already finished 14 paras. This morning, Kari Musa told me that if I carry on with Sabak at the rate I've been going at, I'll be able to finish by June next year.
Let me speak to Mommy about this. And,
Mommy will never agree. Dad, you know how determined she is?
Daddy, can't you take the promotion and still work from this branch? It is the same company that you'll be working at.
maybe I can ask them if that could work.
Zaid, you'll do no such thing.
Tess. We didn't hear you come in.
Apparently, it seems you're all having a caucus meeting about the move without me. It's not like that, Mommy. We were just talking about how we feel about moving. Well, I don't see why you're all making such a big deal out of it. Aren't you happy for Daddy? He's finally got a promotion in what was always going to be a dead-end job. And if it means moving away, I think we should all be willing to make some sacrifices for a better life.
There's nothing wrong with the life we have here, Mommy. We're all doing well at school and at madrasa. We have friends and the community here is so supportive.
That's just being selfish, Dayan. Think what this will do for your father's credentials. And he's not getting any younger, you know. Now is the perfect time for change.
But Mommy, I can't just change schools now. I'm in matric.
Sarah, the schools in those areas are much better than the ones we have here. I've been checking them out online since yesterday. And there's this very established ex-model high school in Rosewood that I think would be ideal for all three of you.
Mommy, does that mean we won't be attending an Islamic school? Oh, I don't think I'll be able to cope in a mixed school.
Well, nothing's been confirmed yet. So let's not go ahead of ourselves, okay?
Zaid, you better go and tell your boss the moment you get into work tomorrow morning that you're accepting the promotion.
Mommy, give Dad a chance to think about it. He has all of us to consider as well, you know. It will be hard for all of us to relocate. And what about Dada Rashid and Aziza for you?
That's my biggest worry. I can't just leave my father and my sister here by themselves.
Well then, they'll just have to move in with us. We'll have to find a house with an outhouse on the property. Because I certainly don't want them in the house with us.
Mommy, do you really expect Dada to move at his age?
I spoke to Dada last night and he said that he's too old to move.
If they don't want to move, we can find a small cottage for them to rent here in Southport.
No, that's not right. I can't just uproot them like that. If my father doesn't want to move in with us, it means he doesn't want to leave this house at all. He and my mother lived here from the time I was born. And I don't think there's just too many memories of here, and that's what Abba's holding on to.
Well, I think that's unhealthy. Maybe a change is what Dada needs. We're going to have to sell this house if we move. Otherwise, we'll never be able to afford a house in Rosewood. Maybe we can sell it to someone who would be willing to keep Dada Rashid as a tenant. Then if they really want to stay on here, he and Aziza can continue to live in the cottage at the back.
That will be so hard for them, Tasneem. My poor father built this house himself. And now you want him to pay someone rent just to stay in the out section?
I don't see any other option, but I suppose we'll have time to think.
I'm really going to miss this place if we move. The masjid is just down the road. Work is close by. And school and madrasa are within walking distance.
Zaid, your negative attitude is rubbing off on the kids. Start thinking about all we'll be gaining by moving to Rosewood, instead of all that we'll be losing. Although in my opinion, there was never anything great about Southville anyway.
There is silence at the table as the sound of the adhan reverberates through the house. Zaid realizes that Tasneem will do everything in her power to make this move happen, even if it is at the expense of their kids' comfort. When Tasneem doesn't get what she wants, she's like an angry whirlwind, destroying everything in sight. Like the time she wanted to go on a cruise because all her friends were going on one. She made such a hue and cry about it that Zaid actually sold his beloved motorcycle so that they could afford it. And so he knows that he will have to accept the promotion at work and make the move to Rosewood. Zaid and Dayan get up to go to the masjid, and as they step out of the front door, they see Dada Rashid waiting for them so that they can all walk together. "24-year-old Aziza is Zaid's sister, and she lives in the cottage at the back of the Raja's residence with her father Dada Rashid. She majored in psychology at university, and like me, she's now doing an Alima course. Later that evening, in the cottage at the back, Dada Rashid is having a cup of tea. Aziza finishes her madrasa homework and comes to sit down next to him.
What's up, Dada?
You sound just like the kids, Az.
You're looking worried. Are you thinking about Ummi?
Yes and no. Actually, I have some news for you. Zaid got a promotion at work. They are going to be moving to Rosewood in the north.
Really? Subhanallah. That's so good for them. But does that mean we will have to go with them? Abba, you know I can't leave my studies here.
No, Azi. I'm going to tell Zaid that we will stay here. I am too old to start up my life somewhere new.
You hardly all that old, Abba. Don't you know? 67 is the new 40.
I hardly feel like a spring chicken anymore. Even my bones creak now.
Abba, you're still good for your age. MashaAllah. You even manage to walk to the masjid every day. May Allah keep you with good health always. So, is Zaid happy about us staying on?
Well, he sounded a bit relieved when I told him. In fact, I don't think he's too happy about this move. But you know how Tasneem is. Anyway, we all have to see what to do about the house. Zaid will have to sell it so that he can buy one in the new area that they are moving to.
But then we definitely won't be able to stay on here. If Zaid sells up, we'll have to move out of the cottage.
Don't worry about the house, my child. Something will fall into place. Accept good from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you will receive good from Him.
You're right. Abba, I wonder where Dayan is this evening. He normally pops by every day to see you.
He was here last night. And do you know, Azi, he told me the strangest thing. He said I should consider getting married again. He even wanted to download the dating app on my phone.
Oh, no. Not Mazmatch.
Exactly that. Anyway, I told him that the only way I will be getting married again is through a proper samosa run.
Abba, are you serious? Are you really planning on getting married again?
بذكر الإله وتصفو الحياة